Hi guys! And today I greet you with my little friends Johnny and Luna. I hope you like them. And today I'm taking you on a little journey through time. We're going to talk about waffles, but not as a food, as a technology. Yes, exactly, a technology. Because the history of waffles has nothing to do with sweetness and everything to do with how humanity learned to control fire, metal, and those as precisely as we now control iPhone settings. Which foods, in your opinion, survived civilization almost uncharted? Today you'll be surprised to learn what waffles are one of those living artifacts. Ancient Greece. The first prototypes of waffles appeared in Greece roughly 2000 years before the word waffles has been invented. And they weren't made for pleasure. They were an experimental way to test the even heating of the stone of metal plate. If the plate heated poorly, the toast burned. If I heat it evenly, you got a flat cake. In fact, ancient Greek billows were the first food-based test on a kitchen tool efficiently. Food has always been part of engineering. We think cooking is creativity, but in the beginning it was poor technology. Medieval waffles, the precursor of printing process. Surprisingly, waffles in Europe became popular thanks to same idea that later created in printing press. In the 12th-13th centuries, blacksmiths started forging metal plates with embossed designs, crests, symbols, Christian phrases. When dough was pressed between the plates, an imprint appeared on the surface. Waffles became one of the first accessible everyday surfaces that spread symbols and meaning. You could say they were edible carriers of information. If you lived in the 13th century, what symbol would you stamp onto your family's waffle? 17th, 18th centuries, the honeycomb pattern. When pressed with a honeycomb pattern appeared, it wasn't about aesthetics. In Europe, the beehive symbolized order, discipline, and productivity. A waffle with honeycomb structure was like a tiny manifesto. My home has order and harmony. Now you see why waffles are so deeply associated with the comfort. They literally reflected the idea of structured space long before the concept of coziness appeared. The 19th century, the patent that changed breakfast. In 1869, Cornelius Warthope patented the first waffle iron that could be closed and flipped. It became one of the earliest household technologies of mass use before electricity even existed. The waffle iron symbolized how an inventor can turn an inconvenient process into a convenient one. Basically, it was the first kitchen system on the set-in, close it, take the result. In the 20th century appeared Airy Belgian waffles, hit Danish waffles, factory-made layer ones, rolled water tops. Each country added its own psychology. Belgium, the cult of volume. Denmark, the cult of thinness. USA, the cult of universality. You can study the geography of taste through waffles. What waffles teach us today? 1. Technology changed food faster than recipes. The most important thing is the tool, only then the dough. 2. Texture is the language. The waffle grip isn't decoration, it's a culture symbol. 3. Food is a code of a culture. Through waffles, you can see society evolving from fire, metal, electricity, industrial production. And 4. The simplest things are always the oldest. Waffles are proof that simplicity can hide 2,000 years of ideas. The modern waffle iron is a mini laboratory. It lets you experiment with different doughs, savory waffles, structure patterns, caramelization. Today, waffles aren't food, they're a form of self-expression. More stories about food and technology on my OnlyFans. And learn from a deep dives on my Off TV, where we continue exploring the kitchen history of humanity. Thanks you for joining me on the first tiny trip through the centuries. Protect your taste, grow your curiosity, and remember, even a simple waffle can explain how the world works. See you soon, guys! I'm off to warm up my waffle iron of thoughts.